Alright, well, here we are in the Dilophosaurus Park. Let's see about Dilophosaurus pin size while he has some goat. Alright, so up here are the non-humble, so let's take a look at them first, and then we'll go down and check out the humble ones. So, as I always say at the beginning of these videos, I base everything on this 1x1 pin, which is simply the full stretch of one piece of fence and then squared down. This pin right here is a 2x2, so it's actually got 4 of these in it. But anyways, in the 2x2 they're at 98, 99, depending on where they are in the pin. It kind of changes what their comfort level is, but there are 4 of them in here at 99, sometimes 100%, and they do not have the humble gene on. Alright. These are 2x3s, so there's 6 of that. And in the 2x3, at 100%, there's 6. So with 2 more, you can get just a couple more. I'd almost stick with that pin if that was going to be the trade-off. But you can also put up to 16 of them in here. So you don't have to go with 6. You can have a little lower comfort rating and maybe have 10. In the 3x3, at sometimes 96, at sometimes 100%, there's 11 of them. You might want to put 10, 11, whatever. These have the palm trees in with them. These have the hardwood, dense trees. The only thing about it is the Dilophosaurus don't really go inside there like some of the bigger dinosaurs do, and occasionally they even get stuck in this pin and die. Inside of here, now the Amargasaurs love these big trees. These guys don't really benefit from them at all, as you can only have 12 in here. Whenever I put 13, it goes to like 98%. So 3x3s, just about as good to have the palm trees so your med jeeps and stuff can actually get in and take care of your dinosaurs. These guys will fight often enough. Here's another 3x3 non-humble. They're at 72 and there's 30 of them in here. So that'll tell you between about 10 and 30, put whatever you want. Use the palm trees so you can get to the injured ones. I mean, you can use these, but they don't go inside there. And they don't get to the water either that's underneath them. The whole area underneath here is water, and they don't even really get to it. Alright, so this is a 4x4. That means there's 16 of those little squares in there, and they are at 99 to 100 with 21. Not too bad. It's a big enough pin, but it's not too big. Still a small pin for, like, ornithomimids, maybe a couple ceratopsians. Over here is a 5x5, and it's got 100%, 30 of them. Where is he? Thinking I got a big dinosaur, they're not. So 30 at 100% in a 5x5 non-humble gene. Now let's look at the humble ones. And they're down here. We'll start off and say we couldn't get one. I mean, 2 of them will go in there, but they won't be happy. They're at like 58% comfort. So instead we've got a 1x2. With 3 of them in it at 85%. It's just hard to get enough of everything they want in here. Another 1x2 at 71%. There's 7 of them. So between 3 and 7 in one of these. Maybe 4 would be a good number. But they don't take up a lot of room. And these little pins are nice. Fit anywhere. In this 2x2, there are 15 of them completely packed in with the humble gene. And In this 2x2, they're at 100% with 6 of them. Up above, they were at like 99.5% with 4 of them. So humble gene always important. Over to the 2x3. 6 individual squares put together allow 13 of them. Quite comfortably. The upper one at 99.5 again had 11. So, and I said you might have been better with 10 to make it an actual good 100%. And full in a 2x3, you can have 30 of them. So, I mean, between 13 and 30 without a lot of problem. By the time you get to 30, there'll be plenty of problem, though. Now, this is the 3x3. There are 17 of them in here. In the upper one, there are 11 with the non-humble. 17 here. And this pin is a 3x3 as well, but it has a gyrosphere track through it and will only allow for 14. So you lose some of that ground, lose some of the ability to put down trees where the gyrosphere runs. This pin, though they aren't quite... the Jeep hasn't got there. Let's look at these guys real quick. They're at 30%. Let's turn them up. Maybe the Jeep will go scan those guys. They're at 30%, or they're at 100%. There's 30 of them. This is a 4x4. There were 21 of them in here on the non-humble. There's 30 in here that are humble at 100%. While the Jeep checks them out, let's look at this, leaving this 1x1 space between and running things off of, like making a grid and using that to build your park. I mean, you don't have to, but as I build these pins, I leave this single, and it is just a 1x1 strip between them down this way. This one actually has 2, but it only has 2 to see if I can get that in there, and you certainly can. You can put anything in. These large hotels fit right in between it. You've got room anywhere you want to for the guest attractions. Here's large amenities with tons of room around these things, and there's even a monorail station right in between it. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that you could put in, like, just drop in paleomedical facilities wherever you needed them. Response facilities, no doubt. Yeah, they would fit without a problem. I don't know that they would fit in this 1x, but they certainly fit in here. And in this area, this is a 5x7 area that encompasses these 5 pins and everything. As we talk about this, let's jump over to the Canadian park, where you probably get Dilophosaurus first, and look at where they can fit. This last 3x3 we need to look at. It's got 30 of them, and at 76. So we had 17 of them in here, 14 in with the track, and 30 of them in, and they're not even, I mean, they're at 71, the non-humble, to have 30 in a 3x3. So this is a little bit better, but still, that's a ton of dinosaurs in there. Let's go over to the Canadian park and look at the grid. So this is the Canadian park, and there is a ton of room here. I mean, I had Dilophosaurus in a big pin that took up like a nice chunk of this over here, when in fact that 5x7 area has 5 pins and amenities. It's got hotels, it's got everything. 5x7 in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3, 4, 5. That's that area there. Out of that park. To have 5 pins in here. I don't know how many pins I have in my Canada park. 1 here, 1 here, 2 here. I have 5 in just this, in this entire area. And to think I could put 5 of them that are useful, and you can put plenty of dinosaurs in them, in just this lower half. But anyways, here's the Canadian park with its grid on it. I showed it in the last video with the Amargasaurs, but here it is again. Alright, let's go back to the other park and check out some Dilophosaurus. So as you can see by that grid in the Canadian park, you can actually fit a ton of things. I mean, this is a good big pin. And these little pins, though they're not humongous, this pin isn't even being used, and I'm over 4 stars off of these items. Look at the amenity profit here. Plenty of room for everything. You can make this monorail go down to bigger pins down here, and there would be a lot of room in that Canadian park. But anyways, let's find a Dilophosaurus. I'll say thanks for watching, as always. Hopefully you found something useful here, or whatever, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Take it easy, enjoy the dinosaur.